job. Good job tonight. Ready to go?
No, I'm on Arman.
Oh, we're not complaining. Good. He's the top. Don't worry. What's wrong? Whoa.
Come on, relax, boys. Relax.
If you touch somebody else, that's respectful. Don't punch somebody behind, like.
Oh, he punched you in the back?
Yeah, like they punching, like slapping my back, I have to respect. If you want to show respectful touch somebody. That's why I say tell him to touch somebody, respect. That's it.
Who would mean more in terms of beating? Like, who don't you like more?
Ilia Topuria,
Why?
because he's a fake.
Wow. Why do you say that?
I mean, on the real life, he behaving different. On the camera, he's talking and like completely different guy.
Okay.
Khamzat Chimaev stormed back into the headlines after a surprising and chaotic moment backstage went viral on social media in a matter of minutes. Garry simply walked up to Arman Tsarukyan to congratulate him on his dominant win over Dan Hooker, but the peaceful moment instantly changed when Khamzat stepped in. What started as a friendly exchange turned into a sudden shove-and-pull scuffle, which security rushed to control. Fans were shocked, fighters reacted online, and the MMA world immediately divided itself, trying to understand why Khamzat reacted so aggressively in a situation that didn't even involve him directly.
Good job tonight. Ready to go?
No, I'm on Arman.
Oh, we're not complaining. Good. He's the top. Don't worry. What's wrong?
Come on, relax, boys. Relax.
All right. Well, dude, that's just childish. You're meant to be a champion in this sport. Champion in this sport. Your friend just won. Don't ruin his victory. Arman, congratulations.
At the post-fight press conference, Garry made sure the world knew he was not impressed with Khamzat's behavior. He said Khamzat should show more maturity, especially at this level of the sport, where younger fighters look up to top contenders as examples. Ian explained that not every situation needs to escalate into a fight, and that walking around with constant anger does nothing for the sport or the fans. He ended his comments by saying that he hopes Khamzat learns to control his emotions before something much worse happens backstage.
I went up to Tsarukyan. I congratulated him. I went up to Khamzat. I said, hey, champ, what's up? When are we going to see you back? He goes, I don't know, brother. Whenever. Smash. All right, cool. Sweet. Slaps me on the back. I'm like, all right, cool. Security guard gets in front of us. I'm like, we literally were just cool with each other. He's not going to fight me. And then that childish energy comes out. Yeah, I'm a brother. Boom. Tries to push me. I just turned around and went, you're meant to be a champion of this sport. You're a child. You're taking away from your friend's win over here. How about you calm down, slow down, and have a bit of respect for your friend over here rather than trying to steal the headlines. Do you want the honest truth? Energy. I need to show the world I'm tough. I need to show you're the champion of the world. No one needs to see you be tough. You don't need to have these anger management issues. Just be a man.
And joined the Ariel Helwani show and doubled down on his comments, breaking down the moment in full from his perspective. He explained that he walked in with positive intentions only to watch Khamzat act like a child instead of a future champion. And said the whole thing felt unnecessary and embarrassing, but at no point was he trying to cause an issue. He added that champions are expected to hold themselves to a higher standard, which Khamzat completely failed to do in front of fighters, coaches, and cameras.
Don't dampen your friend's energy and bring this negative energy. Be happy. Be proud of what your friend just did. And don't come at me with that energy. So I think it's a massive misunderstanding and a massive over-exaggeration on Khamzat's being. And just, I guess I shouldn't expect someone like Khamzat to have the self-control. But I think he's just always looking for a fight. And it was a massive misunderstanding, and I think he looked like a child, not a champion.
Later in the interview, Ian clarified that he's not afraid of Khamzat at all. If Khamzat really wants to sort it out, then he would have no issue stepping into a real octagon and doing it right. Ian stressed that he doesn't condone these childish pushings and shovings, but has no problem fighting another professional inside the cage if that's what Khamzat wants. He said the cage is the only place where something like this should be settled, not in hallways and locker rooms.
I definitely would, and I'm pretty sure we're both white, so I don't know what the point of the white boy is.
I think you're right.
Do you know what I mean? I definitely survive a minute with him. Yeah, I have no plans of going up to middleweight anytime soon, but if he wants to, then, dude, I'm game. Do I need to prove myself, Ariel? Or does everyone understand? Anyone, anywhere, anytime. If you can guarantee anyone's gonna do it, it's me.
Michael Bisping reacted to the situation and claimed that he wouldn't be surprised if these two fought inside the octagon eventually. He labeled the scuffle unnecessary and suggested Khamzat's reaction looked childish from the outside. Bisping noted that the UFC often capitalizes on real tension, and with both fighters getting a lot of media attention, a matchup between them wouldn't be unrealistic at all. He also said that both men are highly competitive and outspoken, which makes the clash even more believable and marketable in the future.
Now, of course, Ian Garry, he is welterweight, and Khamzat used to be welterweight as well, so it's not like these two fighting would be a stretch of the imagination. It wouldn't, right? But he knew there was a crowd around and nothing was going to happen, and Ian Machado Garry called him childish and all this kind of stuff, and I said it was a bit like playground stuff, a bit pushy and stuff like that, because it is, right? It is kind of childish.
MMA Guru also provided his breakdown, stating that Khamzat needs to learn emotional maturity and situational awareness. He explained that not every joke or comment is worth of a physical reaction, especially in a crowded backstage area. Guru stated that Khamzat's behavior caused unnecessary problems. He should have handled it better as a professional. He also emphasized that fighters must be aware of the environment that they are in, which Khamzat seemingly forgot, along with the fact that he always has cameras and officials surrounding him.
Like, if a teenager got at this, I'd be like, yeah, fairs. But this is a 30-something-year-old guy, or pushing 30-year-old kind of guy. Let's not get too enraged by this to start a fight and ruin Arman's moment. There might be a bit of something in Chimaev's brain as, like, lack of depth of head that he has to fit one in. There might be something that might go, God, that sounded a bit snide, but it's Arman's moment. Let me not ruin this. But that's not shared, or that type of thought process ain't shared amongst this lot, okay? It's on. Slight level of disrespect detected. Fists are being thrown.
Guru later explained that although Khamzat acted childishly, he indeed understands why Khamzat can be frustrated with Ian Garry. He explained that Ian often uses humor, sarcasm, and bold comments for his engagement strategy online, which can irritate some fighters because they take it differently. Guru said Ian creates buzz by pushing the boundaries, and at times that obviously leads to tension. However, he then reiterated that reacting physically backstage is not the solution, no matter the frustration.
They just snap, dude. They just see red on a dime. Tad bit of confusion over a situation. Chimaev sees red and he's going for Ian Garry. Whoa. And now there's beef. Now there's a big scuffle. I don't know how it started, but I do understand. You have to take this into consideration before we hear Ian Garry's response. This is Ian Garry that we're talking about. He's so annoying to be in the presence of, and disgusting to have to listen to speak in your presence, that I understand Chimaev's crash out.
Arman Tsarukyan defended Khamzat and said there were things happening off camera that people didn't see. He explained that Ian made comments that rubbed Khamzat the wrong way, and because the cameras didn't catch those words, all fans saw was Khamzat's reaction and not what had initially set it off. Arman said Khamzat is a respectful person when treated properly, and he believes the reaction came from something Ian said rather than from pure aggression. Of course, this just brought even more debate online when fans argued over who was really at fault.
Why does Khamzat hate Ian Garry?
Khamzat hates who behaves very bad. He's a so quiet guy, but someone is trying to make a joke or behaving bad and misbehaving, you can joke with this guy.
What did Ian say? What was the joke?
I didn't see, but like I heard.
Arman elaborated on this further during the Ariel Helwani show, pointing out that some of Ian's jokes across cultural boundaries went too far. He said that within the culture to which Khamzat belongs, some type of joking or over-familiarity is regarded as disrespect, if not coming from one of your friends. What Arman made clear was that Ian might just not have known how his words sounded to Khamzat. He added that with cultural differences, it creates misunderstandings. And this here is a perfect example of that problem.
He trying to take some attention from Khamzat, and he got it, what he wanted.
Okay. Do you feel like he crossed the line?
He crossed the line, yeah.
Was Khamzat upset?
Yeah, he was upset because it's not good when you come and you don't know him, you're not good friend with him, and like punching on his back, like it's not good, you know, and saying hi like that. It's not good for our culture.
Khamzat finally spoke publicly, explaining that Ian was being too physical while joking with him and not listening to personal boundaries he made clear. He said he didn't want things to escalate but felt like Ian was pushing the interaction too far. Khamzat explained that he doesn't appreciate people getting too close or touching him without clear respect, especially with people not being close friends. He concluded by saying he was simply reacting to someone crossing a line that should not have been crossed.
If you touch somebody, that's respectful. Don't punch somebody in the behind, you know, like.
Oh, he punched you in the back?
Yeah, like they punching, like slapping my back, you know. I have to respect. If you want to show respect, respectful touch somebody. That's why I say tell him to touch somebody with respect. That's it. He came like there to make some hype for him, you know, like, you know, that guy trying to be corner but never gonna be corner. He's just I don't know what.
Fans believe this would be one of the biggest matchups if it actually went down in the UFC, especially with Khamzat looking healthy and active once again. In fact, new footage just showed him taking down John Jones in some friendly sparring, showing he's still physically strong and competitive. With both men gaining attention, the UFC could easily make this fight happen. The combination of real tension between them, clashing personalities, and explosive fighting styles makes this matchup both realistic and very marketable.
John Spring, Khamzat Chimaev. Ай-яй-яй. John, как я тебя учил.
Meanwhile, while Khamzat deals with his issues, his close friend Arman Tsarukyan is facing his own wave of controversy. Arman recently responded and shocked the MMA world when he went after Ilia Topuria and said on the Ariel Helwani show that he doesn't care about chasing a fight with Islam Makhachev anymore, but instead wants Ilia Topuria and thinks that is the fight that makes the most sense. Arman says he has done enough by proving himself in the cage and now seeks the matchup that will excite him the most.
You have Islam, you have Ilia, and right now it's hard to get both of them. Does that frustrate you?
No, my focus is 155. It's a Ilia. I want to get title here. I'm a real 155 pound fighter, and that's why I want to be a champion here and then defend that title as much as possible.
Arman went further and referred to Ilia as a fake, stating that Ilia was very different off camera. He stated that Ilia tries hard to show a tough guy image on the web, but in private is more reserved and polite. Arman said Ilia puts on a show for the audience and he's tired of seeing him act like something he's not. This comment poured even more fire into the situation, making fans question how real Ilia's public persona was.
Who would mean more in terms of beating? Like, who don't you like more?
Ilia Topuria.
Why?
Because he's a fake.
Wow. Why do you say that?
I mean, on the real life, he behaving different. On the camera, he's talking and like completely different guy.
Okay.
That was indeed a reference to the incident in the locker room when Ilia came to see him. And afterwards, he tweeted that he had slapped Arman, and Arman did nothing. Ilia mentioned that in terms of dominance, and portrayed it as Arman can only show toughness in front of the camera, and he's nothing off camera. Arman spoke up against this and said that it was totally false and only done for the sake of attention. He explained that Ilia was respectful and calm during his visit, with nothing at all aggressive happening. Arman accused Ilia of creating online drama to look tougher in front of fans, stating fighters shouldn't lie about real interactions to build hype. Arman's version of events described the interaction as normal as respectful, adding that the story of a slap never happened. He added that if Ilia truly slapped him, there would be a real reaction, and the situation would not remain peaceful. Arman said it was Ilia who fabricated the story to get attention and create a false narrative. So, if you enjoyed this full breakdown and want more fast-paced fight updates, subscribe and stay locked in.